When you were wrong today, didn't look up in the sky. You can't see the angles, you don't even try.
I'm gonna do a video with a few lifts here. See what I can accomplish. I got 365 on here, which I think is just a hair too much for warm up, so I'll take a couple of plates off. I'll warm it up a little bit more with something a little different. And try to break 400 today. Let's see if my body's recovered to the point that I can lift a little bit. We'll start warming up with 315. See if we can do 3 reps. And then I'll work on building up from there. The 25 back on. So up for 45. So we can do 1 or 2 reps. 405. We'll do a couple of warm-ups here. I've been lifting a lot because I've been sick. All right, here we go. I don't know how much editing I'll have to do for this video, or if I can post it as is. Got lifting straps on because my hands are messed up. I just did a 10-minute warm-up on the treadmill. Make sure my body's ready. All right, there we go. That was 315 for 4. Take a little break. Have a sip of Gatorade, because we all know Gatorade's better than water. See if I'm still getting air into my lungs here. The puffer is close by. This is my preparation to go back to work next week, if the doctor clears me. This afternoon I'm getting results back from my x-ray. You might be able to tell I'm quite winded, which is my big worry. Because 300 pounds may seem like a lot, but I move machines over 50 tons, and the chains that hold them down ain't light. And moving them around and lifting them takes a bit of effort. There's a lot of walking and climbing. So, this is my prep. All right, let's get the next step up. So, the last one was 4 by 315. I'm gonna try to do at least 2 or 3 at 365. And hopefully that'll be a good place for me to be. Whew. Hopefully I'm not too loud. I'm a loud mofo. So, this is what I'm working on here. And you give a quick shout out to Jessica Anti-Lushy, who also does lifting. Just found out she's a lifter too. So hello. We'll do 2 or 3 reps like this. I am gonna pop my puffer into myself once. Make sure my air is flowing. Yep. A little bit of air in me. All right. I'm gonna blow my nose too, because It might be gross, but I don't need anything extra blocking up my nostrils. Because I got that air coming into me. You gotta have the air. Alright. So, what I'll do is while I'm up here, I'll grab 2 more plates for the next lift. So, my math is right. I should be able to have this at, I'll take 50 off and put 90 on, I'll get 405. But right now, this is 365. It's 365. We'll see how many lifts I can do at 365. And by all means, comment on my form and what do you think I can do better? I just think I can get that thing. I like to roll the bar out and bring it back to myself. I am using straps because my hands are fucked up. I had an injury on my right arm and my strength in my hands isn't enough to hold on to the bars after 300 pounds. Not for long anyway. There we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. That was a lot. That was a lot. Yeah, I'm weak and out of shape. Shout out to my buddy, Mark Smelly Bell. Strength is never a weakness. Oh, you know, being strong is good. But having your lungs fucked up is bad. It is a weakness. If oxygen isn't flowing into your goddamn lungs, that's a hard thing to say ain't right, you know. So, we'll rest a bit. We'll rest a bit and we'll reload. But I feel like I'm rested. I'll reload with 405. See if I do a 1 rep max today of 405 pounds, which would get me into my comfort zone for being strong enough to do some shit. For those who don't know, my max deadlift I ever recorded was 500 pounds with straps and otherwise unassisted, like no suit or anything. I had knee wraps on. I'm not wearing knee wraps now. Other than the lifting straps, I'm lifting in track pants and running shoes here. So, this has nothing to do with competition. And I do realize I had a hitch in my last one for sure. I don't count it. But this isn't about competition. This is about building up some body strength. This is about getting my body used to holding some weight. My body is used to holding a fair amount of weight, but I gotta get further up. I gotta get further up there. All right. I have enough air back in me to load the plates. So, now, if you don't have a plate loader at home, then I sure as fuck don't. I'm gonna show you a great way to do it. You probably know, but if you're new to lifting, hopefully you can see what I'm doing there. I use a little plate I pull off, roll it down. I picked up these clamps on like Amazon. They're not the spring clamps, so I have these too. There's 2 kind of clamps. I got these and I got these. These are pretty cheap. Bought them a while ago because I don't remember. But they're quick and easy and they got rubber grips in them. These springs I find wear out and they're not as reliable. So, I like these. They're quick and easy. My kids are learning to lift, which they're not always up for, but when they are, it's easy for them to deal with too. So I don't know what the camera angle is. Probably not awesome, but again, you take the little plate with this one here, you can just grab this, roll it up, throw the other plate on. So let's see how we do there. There we go. And obviously, don't play around with weights you're not comfortable with. I am comfortable in this range. At least I was before I got sick. I took a long break from lifting. After I fucked my arm up a few years ago. So, I feel like it's just been collecting dust down here. And that ain't good, but you know what? It feels good to lift. Not everybody's into it, but I am. I love it. I love feeling weight. I love feeling I'm lifting something. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an endorphin you get from exercise. I don't know if it's a rush I get from doing something I haven't done weight-wise, or proving to myself I still got some muscle mass in my legs. But, you know, I love it. I love it. I love being strong enough to do something helpful. It might be the only thing I'm really able to do. But here's this. Next lift here, once I catch my breath, will be 405. I'll probably just try to do one. We'll see how I feel. The last 365 was hard. So you never know. I might even fail this. If I fail, I'll show myself failing. But I got a good feeling about it. I think I can do 405. It's been, I don't know, probably 5 years since I maxed out at 500. I've done, on squats, I've done more. Leg press, I mean, that's easy. I've done well over 1,000 pounds on leg press back when I was in shape. But this is, it's time for Al Trucker to get back at it, right? For those of you that don't follow me all the time, I don't want to have to talk over the whole thing, although I may have to string this together. But I like lifting, but I also, you know, I'm not professionally trained. I'm no trainer. Don't just do the shit I'm doing without knowing what you're doing. And I will take comments and criticisms on my form. I think I mentioned that. I don't know how well you can see it. This camera setup I actually literally did with pipe cleaners in my stairs into my basement. The stairs come at the bottom of the stairs. You can turn left and go play, or you can turn right and work out. That's the way it is. So if you swipe right on my gym, you end up here. It's a good place to be. I actually don't know whether swiping right or swiping left is the way to go, because I've never done that. I've been with my wife a long time and I haven't been swiping for anybody. But you know, for those of you that know, I'm sure it means something. And I say, come on into the gym. All right, I've caught my breath pretty well now, so I'm going to set myself up. I'm going to try to do one of these lifts. I've loaded the barbell, the 45-pound Olympic the barbell. I've loaded, I have a couple of bumper plates, not many, so I've loaded it with, I got 4 45 bumper plate, I got 4 45 that are iron plates, and to just bring everybody up to date on how the math works, you got a 45-pound dumbbell, and you add 2 45s, you get 90 plus 45, that means 135. You then add 90 to that, you get 225. You then add 90 to that, you get 315. And you add 90 to that, and you get 405. Because you lose 10 pounds off of 100 every time you add it. So, that's a quick and easy way to do barbell math, and you can keep going. Add 90, it's just like adding 100 and taking away 10. That's the simplest way to do it. If you're adding 50, like 225s, that's easy. You're adding 235s, you're adding 70, you're adding 50, you're adding 90. And there are metric equivalents. I'm in Canada where, well, we're getting our shit from China, but first it goes through the States with an imperial stamp on it. What can you do? Anyway, that's where it's at. You can obviously buy better stuff, right? This ain't Rogue stuff here, right? This is Northern Light, probably some sort of Canadian knockoff, whatever. And Cap and York, I got a mixture, right? I ain't a rich man. I don't have a bunch of Rogue lifting equipment, but you know what? I managed to get good value out of my shit here. I think that's worth something. All right, we're gonna try 1 rep max deadlift for me. I'll try to do 405 and see how she works out. That was it. 405 pounds, 1 lift. Wasn't a pretty one. Wasn't a pretty lift. That's what I could do. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Yeah, that's what it looks like for an old man to try and get his strength back. See what I can do. Get myself back in the saddle, back in the truck. Lifting's fun, and I gotta push myself, but I need to know my lungs are working. So, this afternoon, in not too long, we'll be heading out to the gym. So, before I do that, I'm gonna do a little video edit. I'm gonna send this thing up on the YouTube and share it with people so they can share in my journey as best I can. I'm often having other conversations. So, thank you very much. Hopefully, the camera worked.